Happy Monday. Some people question the words of the prophets, the sages, who lived so many years after the revelation of Torah on Mount Sinai. Their writings, their manuscripts, is that from Sinai? Is that personal innovation? God forbid. Welcome to Torah Today with me, with Chavi Rappaport. Our Torah is so relevant today, just like it was yesterday at Sinai. And in Vaetchanan, that question is addressed. The Torah tells us it's a second account of Matan Torah, of the giving of the Torah. The Ten Commandments are brought down again. And the Torah describes Kol Gadol Velo Yasaf. God's voice was so grand, it didn't cease. So the literal explanation is that there was no pause. You and I need to breathe. But Hashem didn't take a breath. That voice continued. Not only it continued, but as it continued, it grew louder and louder and stronger. That's a literal explanation, but there's so much more. The Lo Yasaf, that voice never ceased. The words of the prophets, the sages in every generation are connected, are from that original revelation of the Torah and contained within the Torah, just waiting to be revealed. And why wasn't it revealed then? It wasn't necessary that time for that generation, and different things needed to be discussed, needed to evolve as the time called for it. And so Velo Yasaf, God's voice never ceased. That voice comes to us through his prophets, through the sages, throughout the generations. And Velo Yasaf, don't think it was only written in Hebrew. Hashem instructs Moshe to write it in 70 languages. It's not only for the Jewish people. True, we have 613, but the rest of humanity has the 7 Noahide laws, the Lo Yasaf. It didn't cease, it didn't end just with us and the Hebrew. It's a Torah that is applicable to the entire human world. And why here do we have all this description and hear about this Kol Gadol Velo Yasaf? Why wasn't that brought down in Yitro? The original description and recounting of Matan Torah. And that's because the Jewish people entering Israel, Eretz Yisrael now, the memory of that voice of Matan Torah is very far. It didn't just happen for them. This is 40 years later. And so they need to know that voice is not a voice of the past. That voice is enduring. That voice goes with you everywhere. And especially now, entering a new phase of life. Entering Eretz Yisrael, true, a very holy land, but entering the physical reality, entering a new life where you really have to be immersed and work with the physical. The Lo Yasaf, the Torah tells us. It didn't cease. God did not cease. His revelation did not cease. Don't be fooled by the facade of money, of worldly pleasures, or whatever it is. It's all part of God's original voice. Hear it for what it is. And that's our takeaway. It's a challenge. It really is a challenge to remember every single aspect of my day is a reflection, a revelation, a calling. Where's God here? What does God want from me here? How can I make this moment lofty, spiritual, holy?